Lads, we are back for episode number 2 of the F1 2015 Career Mode Championship. This is the Malaysian Grand Prix. As you can see right now, we are sitting in third in the driver's standings. Heading into Malaysia, one of my weaker tracks. I want to at least stay in the top 5 in the championship. We'll have to wait and see, but let's go for round number 2.
This weekend, we're at Kuala Lumpur for the Malaysia Grand Prix, and we're starting off with today's practice session. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the action. So after the first race, how do you think this season will compare to previous years?
Well, I hope that we're in for a fantastic season. The Mercedes team have certainly come out of pre-season testing the strongest, which is all well and good, but it's the racing where the pace really counts. It's always difficult to predict, therefore, who's going to come out on top.
The new regulations for this year say goodbye to the somewhat unique nose designs that we saw on the 2014 cars.
The 2014 changes were brought in to promote safety, but I don't think it was anticipated how the teams would exploit the regulations. This year, those regulations...
Oh my god, Maldonado, what happened to your face? I'm sorry, but that was the first thing I thought when I saw Maldonado's face. But welcome back to Career Mode. This is the Malaysian Grand Prix. Do we have any weather on offer for us this weekend? You know, I can't really tell, because normally on F1 or previous F1 games you could check the forecast for every single session. As far as I know, you can only see the forecast for the next 30 minutes. And the forecast is for a little bit of showers in 30 minutes time. So that is a interesting looking forecast. I'm almost certain that we've got a set of dry tyres on the car at the moment, but if you look outside, it is absolutely pouring. You can see all the drops just pouring off the roof there. Yeah, we've got a set of prime tyres on. The engineer was about to send me out on a set of dry tyres. Okay, we're going to play it safe. I'm going to go with a set of wets, and we'll see how we go. Okay. I love this game. Yeah, there it is. All the drops coming off the roof. That actually fooled me into thinking that the track was like fully wet. Someone needs to fix that leak, I reckon. Do we have a wet session? That is the question. No is the answer. Okay, so that's a positive. Once again, we'll be looking to challenge sort of the second row of the grid and try and beat Ferrari if we can. First lap in quali, it is a 140.8. You've got to be really delicate on the throttle, but at the same time, you need to be aggressive to just keep the momentum up. It's a juggling act, really. Just juggling the back end and hoping it's going to stick. Jensen, come on, the dirty air, traffic, it's all played a part there. Final 2 minutes in the session, we've got our final set of option tyres on. I'm risking my race potentially by trying to get a better grid position here. Try and find some track space. There's a lot of cars just up the road here, but there's cars approaching from behind, so I have to go now. Oh, back end. This is not what I need to start my qualifying lap. This has been a really clean lap apart from the very start of it. Coming across the line, 1 minute 40.3. We improved by 5/10, but we don't move forward in positions. Look at that, 1.9 seconds off Mercedes, and we are still in P6. If this was an equal cars championship, I'm sorry, but we would have got demolished. Felipe Massa, 2.4 seconds off the pace. So, I don't know, Williams, this car does not suit Malaysia, it seems, but in a way, I'm just so glad that I'm so far off the pace, but I've still maintained a decent qualifying position. I'm surprised Alonso has got such a good qualifying position. At this phase of the championship, McLaren were a long way off the pace. They're a lot slower than what they seem to be in this game. But without further ado, it's time for the Malaysian Grand Prix.
Good afternoon and welcome from Sepang, where the cars and drivers are getting ready to start the Malaysia Grand Prix. It was a blistering lap time from Lewis Hamilton in qualifying yesterday. If he gets a clean start away from the grid today, he might be untouchable.
He was driving on another level yesterday, so it wouldn't be a surprise if he just pulls away from the field and is untouchable. But as we know, anything can happen in Formula 1, so we'll just have to wait and see.
It was a good win last time out for Lewis Hamilton, who will still be feeling buoyant going into today's race. He knows he's got the beating of the rest of the field as long as he doesn't hit any reliability issues with his Mercedes.
Well, Lewis can beat anyone on his day. His pace has been second to none at times. He just has a knack of finding those extra tenths which others can't. I'm expecting him to be particularly strong at the end of the stints today.
Race strategy is option prime, so we don't have any fresh options to use for the race, so that's going to harm us a little bit through that middle stint. I'm sort of tempted to go on to primes if need be for the first pit stop. We'll have to see how the tyre wear is, to be honest, but look at the race time, 48 minutes, and that's just for a 50% race. Jeez. These, I'm not going to lie, the first race in Melbourne, that actually went on for a very long time. I don't know, maybe it was just me, but I was nervously trying to hold on to, I think it was second place in the end in that race, but unfortunately things didn't quite go our way at the end there if you haven't seen that video. But yeah, let's go for the race. Hopefully we can move forward in this race and maybe challenge the two Ferraris. Away we go. A little bit of wheel spin off the start. I really need to get these starts down pat. It seems to be near impossible to beat the AI off the line. But coming into turn one, we've got two Red Bulls in front of us. Kvyat broke really early there, and our driver has thrown up the hand in frustration. So there must have been contact somewhere. But in all this, bit of contact there with Raikkonen. We've moved up into P4. There is a lot of dots scattered through turn 1 and 2. So there must have been a few crashes back there, but if you can't tell already, we're doing a live com for this race, so it's a whole new dynamic to what the first episode was. So let me know what you prefer. Do you like the style of this video, or do you like what I did in the first one? Let me know down in the comments. But down to 17 runners already. Someone has retired. Unfortunately, there is no safety car in this game at the moment. However, that could be patched in later. Who knows? But if someone retires, there is no chance of a safety car. So that sort of takes the strategy element away from this game a little bit. Here comes Verstappen and Massa into the final corner. He's squeezing me out. Doesn't leave me too much room, but the two of them are just going to battle it out. I'm going to see if I can get the better of both of them. It almost becomes 3 wide as Verstappen sort of rejoins the track. I don't know if I gave him enough space there, but either way, that was a very exciting sequence of play there. Back up the inside of Verstappen. Trying not to talk. I'm just trying to get the place back. We have an inside front lockup that just came at the worst time. Couldn't steer the car, and now Verstappen maintains P5 for now, but he's just right in front of me. I'm sniffing a move. He leaves me the room, and we're back into P5. I think the engineer just said light rain in 10 minutes. If so, then that'd be unbelievable. That's 2 races in a row that we're going to have intermediate type conditions. So yeah, in the first race, I got to about lap 13, and then the engineer comes over the radio, and he tells me that I've used 50% of my fuel. So for the rest of the race, I couldn't use rich revs at all. So I had to stay in standard, and I had to go into lean. But then like the final 9 laps in Melbourne, I had to go like ultra fuel conservation, and that's how Rosberg caught me up so much. Whoa, there goes Verstappen. That just came out of nowhere. F1 2010 style. I was just chilling here on the straight, and then Verstappen comes out of nowhere, and now he's giving me free DRS. Cheers, pal. Verstappen up the inside. We graze his side pod, and we hold on to P5. It's only going to be a matter of time before these guys will gobble me up. The tyre wear is... I can't really feel the tyre wear, but I can just feel we're losing pace as the race goes on. Here comes Verstappen. It's going to be a drag race now into the pit lane, surely. No, he tucks in behind. Okay, so let's see how many cars follow us into the pits here. It looks like everyone. Everyone has followed us into the pits here. So we literally need a really good stop here from Williams. Otherwise, we're going to get jumped by like 1,000,000 cars. Right when I said we need a good stop, you go and give me a 4-second. That's not good enough, Williams. We've just lost a place to Verstappen. Wow. Not only did we get the slow pit stop, but now it started raining just after we make another switch to option tyres. Verstappen, what the hell are you doing? Oh, back end. I think if we don't stop on the next lap for a set of intermediate tyres, that's definitely going to be the lap after. Oh, come on, go. Go. Go, Williams. I've lost all traction this lap. I think I might come in for a set of inters It's going to be interesting to see if Verstappen comes in as well. He goes very slowly into the final corner, but I'm in. And Verstappen's followed me in too, so I've definitely made the right call. This time, Williams, give me a good stop. Are you serious? What? Primes and a 6.1 second pit stop. Our race is over. There is no way we can come back from this. There is no way. We're literally screwed. We're going to have to crawl around this lap. We're going to be last, surely. Hang on a second. Look at the race director. It says even I'm on intermediate tyres. This game makes no sense. Hey, there we go. They finally got it right. A lot of people have come into the pits. I'm just wondering if they've gone onto a set of wets because the track is getting very, very wet at this stage. Around the outside of Maldonado, turns to the inside for turn 2. And after a disastrous last few laps, we are now back in the points. Yeah, okay, I definitely think it's time for wets. This thing is just aquaplaning. Another set of... Why would I come into the pits and put on another set of inters? Think about that, Williams. Why the... Oh, these guys are just like real life at Silverstone, just trying to screw over my entire race. I actually don't know why Williams would put me on the same set of tyres that I was already on. I selected wet tyres like 3 or 4 times on the in-lap, but is it going to change it this time? Yeah. There we go. And now we're a lap down.
Another great drive from Nico Rosberg sees the German bring his Mercedes home in first place to claim yet another win.
It really was a great performance, and one that I think will be remembered for a long time to come.
It was great having you with us for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Until next time though, goodbye.
I think the weather just about sums up my mood right now. Not the best of races, so I apologise about that. Just at the start we got screwed over by, the slow pit stops, and then when we wanted to switch over to winters, we got put on another set of dry tyres, and then basically the same thing happened again when we wanted to go onto wet. So in the end we lost a lap, and we finished pretty much last, apart from Fernando Alonso, who retired from the race. So in the drivers' standings, we'll take a look at those and see where we've dropped to. 6th place. Okay, so that's not too bad. 6th place is not too bad. 3rd place is Massa, and he's only 7 points in front of us. So it's not really the end of the world. The only 2 cars who are unbeatable at the moment are the 2 Mercedes, and let's be real, I don't think we're going to beat Mercedes in the drivers' standings as well. But that's been this episode for today of F1 2015 Career Mode. Not the best of races, I apologise, but if you enjoyed it nonetheless, then make sure you leave a like. The next race, I believe, is in Bahrain, and that should be an absolute cracker of a race. But until then, guys, I'll see you next time.